Hey everybody, it's me, Lila Gma Rides. I wanted to show you a book that I made a little bit ago. It's really pretty. It's got green material on the covers, which I've distressed. I painted and I blended this color up myself and painted it on, and then I created the book cover with a slightly curved spine, 5 raised ridges that are highlighted with some brown. The front cover has this piece that I also painted to match. Printed this off of Nick the Booksmith's Teachable. I added these corner bumpers, just in case you're rough on your stuff like I am. I think these turned out really nice. This process was pretty fascinating to learn how to build. And there was a lot of cursing that occurred before I made this, or during the time I was making this. Those of you that know me know that I do that anyway, but yeah. It was kind of fiddly to learn, but I think I've perfected it. Well, not perfected it, but I've figured it out. Anyway, it's got about 160 pages in it. This picture is not changeable. Sorry about that. Once we open it up, you can see that it has something called tipped in page ends, and that means that this piece here is secured to the inside cover and then folds over this way, and then it is glued on to the title page, which in this case indicates who the book belongs to. Again, a Nick the Booksmith thing. And I can't remember if I said this yet, but I learned this off Nick the Booksmith on Teachable. And I believe that if you ask her on Etsy, she will put this up and available for you again. I printed off all of these pages on tea-stained papers. Some of them have some stenciling on them. Some of them have some stickers. That's a see-through sticker with a see-through sticker with a see-through backing. Duh. But this is sort of a forest lore book, so I thought it was kind of cool additions to put some toadstools and things. A little bit of lined paper. But realistically, you could do anything you wanted to with this book. It's got some tuck spots, some little things to find, some sewing. And you can see through here. This one is on a paper spine, I believe, and I've done a design on it so that it's not just all boring and stuff. There's a little bit of graph paper in here. Like I said, I've tucked a few extra things in for you to look at. Some of these pages that I printed off are just really, I think they're very pretty. I made a couple of spots, like I was saying, to tuck things. I've clipped a few things in here, and I've added some paper clips that have some little embellishments on them. I've done some stamping and stenciling in here. I thought that one looked kind of cool with the stuff that I had printed off from Nick the Booksmith again. Some more sewing. But yeah, you could write about your latest vacation. You could document what's going on in your garden during the different seasons of the year. I just thought this book turned out really beautifully. This is just an extra piece of paper that I thought was pretty. It's a page out of an old Edith Holden book. She was a botanist, I think, from like the early 1900s or late 1800s. And her stuff is pretty interesting. This was originally a black and white picture, but I colored it in with some watercolor pencils. Another stenciled page, which I thought turned out beautifully. Just in case you don't know what a mushroom is, I helpfully included a definition. There are a lot of things to read and some other stuff to look at. Some things you can take out and do something else with if you'd like. But yeah, so I thought this would make a great thing for somebody who wanted to have a ongoing place to store the pictures that they print off from their garden. There's a few pages that are cardstock level of heaviness. Not a lot though, but some. Makes things kind of sturdy. And I thought these were really interesting looking pages. This is, Nick the Booksmith calls these raggeties, and I just think they're fun because it's a great way to use stuff up and be creative. Can you guys hear Zipper in the background? I don't know what he's complaining about. I do not know. But yeah, I used some extra paper from Tim Holtz and some stuff, like I said, from Nick the Booksmith, Pam at the Paper Outpost, and of course we close it off with my sticker. Yep. And the back cover, which has a whole bunch of things on it from sitting on my desk. But yeah, I just think it looks really cool. It looks like it's been made a long time ago and has been kind of sitting around for a long time. But here it is. It's just waiting for you to add something to it.